Hello and welcome to episode 56 of Oblivion. I'm
Greetings, wizard.
Marcel, and
Everyone's saying
today
there's
I
trouble
am
in
to
Kavach. The whole town just...
do something in the Mystic Archives and inquire about the Black Soul gems. And as it turns out, the Mystic Archives are right here, so once I start the timer, I'll go there, and I'll only go back to my base once I am to travel from the Imperial City somewhere. Anyway, if you remember the Belaville, I think, recommendation quest, they already knew that Black Soul gems were bad news.
Greetings,
Did they
Conjurer.
forget it?
Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own. I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy.
But you don't have ears.
Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant researching it.
At least you shouldn't have ears. You're a Earth-Town. Then again, you shouldn't have boobs either, so yeah. I was sent to see you.
Oh, of course you were. No doubt the council is trying to get you to bother me further. I ran Karanya out of here just a short while ago and told them to leave me alone. I keep telling them I can't produce results if I'm not given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like this.
Okay, I'll just have to check whether I am recording, and I am good. So tell me about Black Soul gems anyway.
Now that is a bit more specific. Finally, something I can respond to. Let me think for a moment. Ah, yes, there's one obscure text that references these gems. I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falkar never returned it.
Wasn't he the guy that
The
had
name
them?
of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing. For you, of course.
Okay, what can you tell me about the moon?
I believe you'll find it quite helpful. Once you've had a chance to read it, I'd be happy to discuss it with you.
Okay, what do you know about Necromancer?
Why all the fuss now? I thought it would have died down by now, what with the ban on the practice of necromancy and the guild being in place for as long as it has. And yet suddenly everyone shows up on my doorstep, needing information immediately. Never mind that I might have things on my own to work on.
Well, I guess the Necromancers didn't like that the Mages Guild banned them. So, Starlight... Let's see if she
Goodbye.
has ears. If you keep turning towards me, I can't look at the side of your head. No, I don't think... No, she has... No, doesn't. Those are only spikes.
How do you do?
She doesn't have ears. Anyway. So I am to look for the book. Fighters Guild History.
Hello.
Where does the arrow even point me? Into the corner. Here it is. Brothers and sisters of the worm! Despair not at the trials we now face, for our time comes swiftly. The god of worms watches over our order, and will deliver us from these troubled times on the day of the reckoning. Until then, perform his work in secret, serve his needs, and look to the skies for his signs. The Revenant, the Necromancer's moon, watches over us all. His form ascended to godhood, has taken its rightful place in the sky and hides the enemy Arcade from us so that we may serve him. Arcade or the worm guy? Watch for the signs. When the heavenly light descends from above, hasten to his altars and make your offering, so that he may bless you with but a taste of his true power. Grand soul gems offered to him will be darkened and can be used to trap the souls of the unwitting. But so if they know they are about to be soul trapped, they can resist it? A feat even the great Nagasta would marvel at. Stay faithful to the order of the Black Worm, and in time your loyalty will be rewarded. Soon he will return to set the world right in due time, and those who stand in his way will suffer eternally at his hands just as those who stood opposed before. Until that day, you must believe and be patient. Hide in your caves, in your ruined forts, in your secret lairs. Raise your minions, summon your servants, cast your spells. Answer the call of the order when you are needed. Watch and listen. I wonder whether the black worm is a brother of grey worm. Anyway, I read the book.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
So I've got the book.
A most interesting text, is it not? We are fortunate that at least one necromancer took the time to record the information. I am unfamiliar with the shade of the Revenant described within the book, but I was never one to dabble in the more, shall we say, amoral arts.
Why not?
You may take that with you for now, if you wish. The council may have use for it. Please ask them to return it quickly, as I may need it again.
Okay.
You too.
Greetings, Conjurer.
Well met.
Have you ever... Has Tarmina been of use in gathering information about the Necromancers?
Not on the Necromancers, but on their gems, yes. But she will want the book back so that she can place star upon
Excellent
it.
work. I believe this will be of use to the Council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this shade of the Revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Bothiel would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds.
She's probably in this very room.
You too.
Hello there. Is there something I can do for you?
Let's wait for the quest to pop.
Take care.
Oh, no visible
Hello
pop.
there. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes, you can shade me
Please,
with the
go on.
Revenant.
Revenant, you say? And it represents something in the heavens? It sounds familiar. Let me think. Ah, yes, now I remember. Falcar was here some time ago asking about just such a thing. Said it was for research. He had a large sheaf of notes with him about it. I'm afraid I didn't have any more advice for him than I do for you. With the Ori in such a state of disrepair, I have no point of reference. Falcar did leave this behind. I think it fell from his notes as he left. I didn't pay it much attention, but perhaps it will be of use to you.
Perhaps. Okay,
Bye.
let me read Valkar's note. Primary sites: the Dark Fisher, Fort Istilius, Fort Linchau, Wendelbeck, Altars have been raised. Anchorites have been called. Watch the skies. Once a week his grace shines down on us. I don't have a great grand soul gem to boost on my own. So
A pleasure to speak with you.
I know
So,
that Shade of
Falcar
Revenant is
expressed
once a week.
interest in this revenant as well, and left this note behind, did he? Perhaps we should look into it for more clues. This lists several locations. The first is the Dark Fissure, which I recognize. It's a cave in the mountains, south of Cheydinhall. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests, I believe this cave is directly related to the contents of the book. Go to the Dark Fissure the next time this shade occurs. Search for any connection to what we've learned, and report back. Please, be careful. Anything you find is of no use to us if you do not survive. I believe we are dealing with powerful forces here. Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided.
Yes, we are dealing with electromagnetism.
Be careful.
One of the most powerful forces there is. But yeah, it's the middle of the day. He wants me to go heal. But as I said, I will first go to my base and drop some stuff. So, see you in my base. So, I have arrived. Time to finish this. Altar of enchanting, altar of spell making. Now I can make custom spells and custom magic items. Grand soul gem. Let's enchant the glass. I mean, Daedric longsword with something. I could make a simple shock sword out of it. A frenzy sword doesn't sound that useful. Absorb health would be. And it's always on target. So 22 for 1 is the maximum possible power. But what if I did 13 for 2 seconds? I'm not thinking that quickly, and this is slightly more effective. And yeah, using the power of the tower, I should be able to repair it. Let's see if it works though. Should have tested it beforehand. It doesn't. Well, then what I just did was foolish. Foolish. Anyway, let's drop some stuff off. Like the Argonian Heart. First character Spire Mars into the basement. Basically, I'll be dropping stuff off. have dropped a bunch of stuff off, made a bunch of poisons. I'll now travel to Chadin Hall so that I can sell my excess weapons. See you there. So, I made my way to Chadin Hall. Let's sleep. If I can find the innkeeper. Here you are.
What?
Certainly, let me get a bed.
Certainly. I do have a bed available
I
for
would
10
even
gold
if
a
I
night.
can sleep
Would
at
you
the
like to
Mages
rent
Guild.
it? Walk just up the stairs there, and it's the door on the right. Thank you.
Carp was taking damage while I was riding
care.
here, and I was healing him, and that's why I am now leveling up. Door to the right. He's already asleep there. And this one is hard lock. Is there another stairway up? Oh, here. Another door. And I'll sleep for 5 hours at first. That will put me in the morning, and so I should do my business very quickly. Intelligence, I can't increase willpower because it's already over max, so... Wait. Everything is by 2, so agility, endurance, and personality. In your dream, you see a beautiful young woman holding another infant to her breast while being a desiccated corpse. So many beautiful desiccated corpses.
How can I help you today, friend?
Okay. Oh, I guess it was Shading Hall where Falkar was. And I'm looking for weapon store. But if it's not here, I'll just sell my goods at regular general store.
Ha!
Because the sun is super lethal to me.
Oh!
Hello?
You won't get any of my blood!
I don't
Get
currently
away
want
from me!
your blood. But this is unfortunate. Perhaps if I can make her like me.
Get back, you filthy beast! I'll have nothing to do with the likes of you!
Interesting. And makes sense. Not even like this?
No! No!
Not even
Stay
with
away
vampire
from me!
seduction she's going to talk to me. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll have to suck on someone. Which means I don't get to sell my goods.
Oh!
Because I'll have to wait till night to suck on someone. And by then, I am not going back in just to sell, not waiting another day just to sell my goods. Then again, no one is sleeping yet. And there's a lot of people in here.
You should really get to a healer. You're
I don't
Is there something
think
I can
they
do for you?
can, so let me go.
Good day to you.
No!
Is it only
No!
her that is so
Stay away
panicked?
from me!
Anyway,
Have you been...
let's go to the cave. And since it's nearby, and I can't fast travel anyway, let's go on foot. So, continuing with Voldemort rant, I finished learning about the first years of Harry's education at Hogwarts, that is year 1991 to 1992. And is there any note here? I don't think there is. Anyway, so next is what Voldemort's memory did out of their journal. Diary? I guess it was called diary. Now, I'm assuming that the journal did not have full Voldemort's memories. But still, what was his plan with having Ginny try to kill a bunch of students using the basilisk? As far as I know, he wanted to suck out her life force, which he wouldn't get to do if Hogwarts was closed and she was forced to go back home. So, why did he do that? I don't know. Didn't seem very smart. Oh, Shade of the Revenant is up right now! At least I think so, from the light. So... he also had Ginny killed some roosters, which I suppose makes sense if he wanted to keep the basilisk around, because roosters are too dangerous. Oh, this is Dark Fissure, and
The Order of the Black Worm will feast on your soul, mortal. You will not stop us. The Order of the Black Worm
Especially
will consume all in its path.
Worm Anchorite. And he had lesser soul gems. Those can't even be converted into black soul gems. You need a grand soul gem for that. Anyway, what the notes say? To the Anchorites, place your grand soul gems in the altar. Pray for his blessing. And strike the altar with your soul trap magic. Your gems will become instruments of his divine power. Okay, do I have soul trap? Yeah. Now I can soul trap a person. It's evil to do so. It won't stop me. So, back to my horse, I suppose. I was not actually required to go into the cave, I was just required to read those notes. No, I wasn't even required to do anything with the gems. I just did it because I wanted a soul trap for a human. So I'll see you back at Pulse's place, I suppose. I walk when you can run has always been your motto. Now, the miles of running and hours of swimming have paid off. You are a journeyman of athletics. Your rate of fatigue regeneration when running is increased by 50. I didn't know that sucking on some sleeping woman would increase my athletics. Also, I'm now overweight, which is partly because I killed some bandits and took their weapons. Anyway, I guess Raminus Paulus sleeps here too. I want to talk to him.
Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know
Yeah,
all
I
we can
killed
about
some
the
dude there.
Necromancers. So you saw them? The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul gems. I shall pass the news on to the Council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the Council as well.
Oh no!
You are Conjurer no more. Guild
Oh,
members
yes!
shall now address you as Magician.
Okay,
Congratulations.
what's the next task?
Seek out Archmage Traven. He has personally requested that you see him for your next assignment.
Perhaps he has, but what's the time?
Good
3:06 a.m.
day.
I should sleep and sell my stuff. Well, not all of it, just some of it. Is there an empty bed in the basement? Yep.
Oh,
Good
hello.
thing that
Hi there.
the feather potion I used is ridiculously long lasting, which is because I made it. Also, when I was making potions and poisons mainly, I noticed that it was not a calcinator that I didn't have expert of.
Ah,
It was alembic, I think. Yeah, I'm certain it was alembic. And I don't need the horse for this. I'm actually faster without it. Anyway, I'll sell some stuff and meet with Traven. It will be a travesty.
you must
So,
be the arcane
I am to meet
university's
Traven, and he's apparently supposed to be in here.
Greetings, magician.
Hi there.
How are you today?
You are
Should you
Hannibal.
need something, I will
But
be
which
happy
one?
to oblige. Greetings.
I know he's
It is high
Traven.
time that we met face to face, don't you think? Raminus has told me good things about you. You have advanced quickly and show great promise. I now intend to put your talents to a more direct test. I have a difficult task that you can, perhaps, assist with.
No, you tell me more.
Tell me more.
Yes, I am
Are you
also
prepared to begin?
end it.
Very good.
First off,
Let me explain what is at stake. The Council of Mages has been aware of the increased necromancer activity in Cyrodiil for some time. It had been our position to sit back and watch what unfolded, but that time has clearly passed.
what
We
attacks on
cannot
the
tolerate these attacks on the Guild. Most of our information on the Necromancers has come from an informant inside the cult itself, a guild member who offered to infiltrate their
Someone
ranks.
on the inside?
Yes, and we have for quite some time. Though the information he has provided is limited, it has given us a sense of their scope and power. The Council was initially reluctant to believe the information was reliable, but
Why
with recent
some
events
spicy weren't
they have
going to
little
believe
choice
them?
but to trust it. I fear that our informant is in danger, and that is why I have called you
So,
here.
am I to extract them?
The lack of reports from Mucianus has disturbed the Council, and they are now concerned about the legitimacy of his information. A group of battle mages were dispatched to Mucianus's last known location with the intent of bringing him in for questioning. I argued against it, but eventually agreed to maintain order in the Council. I regret that decision, and that is why I
Single
wish to
battle
send you
mage
there.
to do what a bunch of... Not a battle mage, just a magician. Or mage. What a bunch of battle mages couldn't do. I guess I am just that good.
Mucianus last reported being sent to the ruins of Nenyon Twill, south of the Imperial City. That is where the battle mages went. South of the White Rose River, nearly halfway to the border of elsewhere. I'm afraid I know nothing more about the location, or what you may expect to find once
What
you
am I
arrive.
supposed to do when I find him?
I fear the battle mages may mistreat Mucianus if they do not mistake him for one of the many necromancers no doubt present in the ruins. I wish for you to find Mucianus and ensure his safe return to the Arcane University. I do not want anything to go wrong. Please, hurry. The battle mages will arrive there soon, if they have not already, and time is of the essence. If, for any reason, they are unsuccessful, Mucianus's life will be in forfeit. You must make sure he is safe. Go now, and bring word to me as soon as he
Very
has been
well.
escorted to safety. Thank you. Know that I would not ask such a thing of you if I did not feel it was urgent, or that it was beyond your capabilities. I shall await your return. Make haste. Mucianus is in danger.
Okay. So, I'll end the episode here.
Greetings, magician.
Yes.
And in the next episode, 57 I think, I'll go and amuse this Mucianus. It shall be amusing.
Please,
Anyway,
by all means.
see you then.
If I had a question about heavy armor, I'd probably